What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, little old fashions. Happy Thanksgiving. More importantly, happy Black Friday. Hopefully, you had some turkey, had some good food, hang out, maybe had a good drink or two. Maybe not as much as I did, but yeah, welcome to the stream. Let's get to pouring some bourbon up. A little Black Friday. I haven't drank yet today, so we're gonna start off strong here. So to kind of dive in right off the bat, we're going to go into a little St. Augustine distilleries. Obviously, if you guys don't know, I basically live in St. Augustine, but I went over on Thanksgiving. I found, where was it? Shores Liquor. Had a little single barrel pick from them, which was like 109.5 proof. Normally, it's like 88 proof for their Florida straight bourbon. So I was like, I got to pick it up. So let's check the chat real quick, and then we'll pour it up, and then we're going to make an old fashioned as well. Let's see. Lopez says, hope this isn't another one of those dumb style lives. Welcome to the stream, bud. Suka says, ready to drink. Hey, I think we all are. Bourbon Daddy says, I'm still full from turkey. Happy Thanksgiving. Call me old fashioned. Hey, bud. Happy Thanksgiving. Tom Morrow says, visited Evernorth Spirits today for Black Friday. Now it's time to wind down. Hey, I would love to go into a little distillery today. Maybe we'll go to St. Augustine's later on this week or something. Eric says, what's up, fellas? Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Eric, welcome back to the stream, bud. Let's go ahead and dive into this. We can do a little bit of the tasting notes. It's definitely different. I like their just basic offering, but the proof is lacking, obviously. The more I kind of dive into it, it's good. It's just, it needed that oomph. That's why when I saw this bottle, I picked it up. They're normally like 35, 40 bucks for just their Florida straight bourbon. This one, I believe, was like $5 more. And I was like, $5 for an extra, like almost 30 proof. Fuck yeah, I want that all day, every day. But let's go ahead and pour this one up. I did a little number on it yesterday. So, Little Old Fashioned says, cheers. Welcome to the stream, bud. Happy Friday. It says, hopefully everyone's doing well. I think we're all doing well. I mean, how can you be doing bad after Thanksgiving? Unless you're just still full, then different story. Raging Cajun. That's a tongue twister for me. It says, cheers, everyone. Welcome to stream, bud. All right, let's dive in. It says, love the name, by the way. Hey, we're here for it. Just so you guys know, this is, is it 60% corn, 22% malted barley, and it's 60% corn, 22% malted barley, and like 18% wheat. I don't know if that math's right. I thought I memorized it. Somebody go double check me on that. I just took a sip. I didn't even do the nose yet. My bad. That's on me. Thomas Anderson in the chat says, just picked up 16 bottles in the last 3 days of hard bourbon hunting. Dang, bro. In mid-Michigan, even got an old granddad 16. I don't even want that. I know everybody's hyping it up. I'm not spending $200 on something that looks to be just like their normal offering. I get it. It's aged. Totally get it. Don't know if that's me. Tom says, bro, it's all mixed in. 2 OWAs, 2 EH Taylors, 3 Eagles in the past 2 days, West Michigan. We don't get nothing like that around here. I got St. Augustine's. I was like, oh, single barrel. You know what I mean? All right, let's dive in here. So one thing, I was trying to describe it yesterday. St. Augustine, kind of like how Redwood, right? It has that like distinct smell. I'm like, oh, Redwood. St. Augustine kind of has something different as well. It's just like a little bit of that like Florida twang to it. It's not like, doesn't push me away or anything, but I can instantly be like, that's St. Augustine. But I get a lot of like dark notes, maybe like dark fruit, maybe a little toffee, maybe a little brown sugar. But I also get like this like sweetness from like a marshmallow or something along those lines. So it's very much, it feels like campfire without the toasted aspect to it. Tom says, why is this video so crisp? Bro, because we be doing this. Keith said, heard different opinions about St. Augustine. I will say the first time I did a video on the St. Augustine stuff, it was almost a year ago. People destroyed me because they're like, Florida can't make bourbon. It's not from fucking Kentucky. I don't care. It's bourbon to me. It hits all the qualifications besides, obviously being in Kentucky. I like it. From where they were like 2-3 years ago, they have a ton of more offerings. They obviously have the Saint, which is like their specialty one. They got port finishes. They have toasted finishes. I don't care for the toasted too much, but it's to me it's good and it's local. So I love a good local bourbon. Eric says, yeah, I've been busy a couple months. Good to see you, Eric. Good to see you, bud. I'm glad you've been busy, but I'm glad you're not busy now. Keith said, some good, some really bad. Bro, St. Augustine's one of those bottles where like either they really like it or they absolutely hate it. I don't know why. I think it's a good. I don't think it's anything like crazy. Like you're not going to go hunt this by any means. But I think if you see it, it's a decent bottle for the price. But their distillery is where it sells it, bro. The distillery has everything. We're going to break into their old-fashioned stuff because I think with, like, not to like knock them down or anything, I think their bourbon's good. Their cocktails are even better. And it's just because of the way they do the mixes and stuff like that. Let's dive into the palate real quick, and we can. Beach Stand in the chat says, cheers. Welcome to the stream, bud. Tuxedo, about time. Kidding. I know I saw you earlier. Yeah, let's dive into the palate real quick. I mean, I know it's not toast, but I get very much feel like campfire. That's why I typically pick up one of these bottles towards winter, just because it has like that. It does have brown sugar, little caramel, not too much vanilla, but if you had to like say it's in there, I could probably guess it's in there. A little bit of the chocolate note that I like. Usually I get that stuff from like the Woodford's Double Oak. That it's not like as like milky or dark chocolate-esque. It's just kind of like hints. Like somebody whispered a little chocolate right over top of it. And then maybe like kind of like a cashew or peanut type of nut, some kind of nut. And maybe even like a little tobacco-esque, or maybe even a little leather. I might be confused on leather. I think the chocolate mixed with the tobacco is kind of throwing me off there. The nose very much is marshmallow. I don't know if I taste the marshmallow aspect, but anytime I kind of get a little nose aspect from it, the full experience, I get it there. I like it. I think it's good. Bro, the chat is moving quick. Be saying, if you haven't tried Limestone Farms, got to grab a couple of them. Great lineup. Will be a big player in the industry. Be saying, I'm slack, bro. They sent me all 4 of the samples of what they have coming out. I just don't want to do those on a live. I want to do those on an actual video. Kind of give them a little pow to them. Break out the fancy video camera too. Make a decent video. I just haven't had time. Buto in the chat. A wooden pallet. That's basically it. Scott Brown says, what's the best brand of cinnamon whiskey? I don't like cinnamon whiskey. I guess Fireball. Goldschlager. That's fucking disgusting. I don't even think that's whiskey. Keith says it's from Wekiwachi Springs. What? They use a spring water. Good stuff. Florida twang. You can sure taste that spring water. I guess, yeah, because it does. I remember them saying it was like Florida water, Florida cane sugar, stuff like that for the stuff they use. John in the chat. What a sick photo too, by the way, bro. It says, just picked up Old Forester single barrel pick from Benny's for $89. Don't know why, but super excited for it. I'd be super excited for it. I never can find Old Forester picks. I know they're like common everywhere else, but like around me, you don't get that shit. He says, never had St. Augustine yet. I mean, it's out there. It's not in every liquor store, but anywhere, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, I see it all the time. The farther north you go, the more expensive it is for some reason. Distillery obviously has the cheapest stuff, like the cheapest prices. But it's good. I think it's a cool bottle. It has a lot of history, especially for being like the first bourbon coming out of Florida. Somebody just described, I just totally missed it though. That's my bad. Whoever just subscribed, appreciate the support. Um, but it's good. I think it has a little bit of a character for me, and it's not exactly like everything else on the shelf, even though it's bourbon. I think that's why I like it so much, because everything kind of starts to blend together for me. So when I can find something that stands out a little bit, whether if it's good or bad, I gravitate towards it a lot more because it's different. Buddha says, hanging out in Marfa, I don't even know what that is, had great prime rib roast smoked yesterday. How many people here don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving? I find that kind of strange because I'm a big turkey guy. But apparently people be having steaks, prime ribs, just ham. I don't know. I thought it was a turkey day. Paul says, what kind of camera do you use? Hella clear. Hey, appreciate it, Paul. I use, if you guys don't know, I'm a wedding photographer and film or wedding videographer as like one of my main jobs. So I have the big fancy cameras. I have a Canon R6 Mark II for my main one and a Canon R5 for the bottom angle. So yeah, and they're all using prime lenses. Actually, no, I have a zoom on this one right now because I broke my 50 mil. I'm not gonna nerd out on cameras on you guys. People don't like that for some reason. Cajun says, beach sand, greet. Cat says, oh, ribeye. Buto says, yo, call me old fashioned. Buto, what's happening? Joker says, yo, call me old fashioned. Fam, how was your Thanksgiving? It was good, bro. I barely get time off, so I get to hang out with the kid, the people. It's always a good time. We cooked some turkey. The kid had Thanksgiving yesterday. Toughest critic I've ever had. He didn't like anything I cooked, by the way, so screw him. Just kidding. He's 8 months. He didn't know what he was eating. He was digging the mashed potatoes, so just saying. Eric says, Joker, cheers. Tom says, Goldslugger took me back to on that one. But I just remember it being cinnamon and like being like, oh, we got to get the gold out. That was when I was like 21. Thomas says, I got 2 Old Forester single barrel proof ryes today, 79 each. I believe that's a good price. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I believe that's good. I don't think I've ever had an Old Forester rye. I got to get one. I love Old Forester, though. John says, that makes sense. I'm up in Illinois. I've never been to Illinois. Tuck says, only if it's wild turkey. JC says, I don't eat turkey. My dad made me a rack of ribs. So good. Bro, ribs on a little turkey day sounds good, too. Like, if I wasn't going to have turkey, it would be ribs. He said, check them out. I don't remember which one. Who you're referring to? The ribs? I'm fucking here for the ribs. Terry says, I rotisserie'd a turkey breast yesterday. Came out great. You know what? When it's usually just me and the wife, we usually just get a little turkey breast. But they didn't have it, so I had to cook a full turkey. Bro, JC threw it back. He said, sup, cat of a fashionable attire. Or it's been a while since he's used that name. JC said, for Old Forester rye, try the 100 proof first. JC, I don't know if it's been a while for you, bro. I'm the rye expert now. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. I do like rye a lot. I've been liking rye a lot more than even just normal bourbon lately. I think that's got to do with the Devil's Tower, bro. It's just been sending me on a mission. Anyway, so we did the little breakdown on the St. Augustine bourbon. If you haven't had it, I recommend getting a bottle, even if it's just to like have like a different, expression of bourbon on the shelf. And it's a decent price. You're not going to pay like a normal, like, unless you get the Saint. That's like $250. I don't know if you should buy that in general. But their old-fashioned stuff, that's kind of what, like when you go through and you do the tour, right? You can either pay for a whiskey experience or you go through a free one. The free one, you get to try like 2 or 3 different bourbons, but then you also get to try St. Augustine's gin, St. Augustine vodka, and they make these cocktails for you. And every one of their cocktails has a pre-mixed little thing. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is still correct. The last time I went, I know they were advertising saying that this was the first and only old-fashioned cocktail mix, like cocktail syrup, that is barrel aged in their bourbon barrels. So it gives a little bit more to it. Let me pull up something real quick. Made with Florida sugarcane, premium bitters, some kind of bark. I can't even pronounce that, to be honest. Their favorite savory spices, and we muddle that into a bottle. I'm on like where you can buy it. It says even orange peel is in there. Simply pour and add your St. Augustine Distillery bourbon, stir and enjoy. Oh, I'm gonna do just that. You know, this is what I was drinking all yesterday, to be honest. So I already know it's good, but for scientific purposes, that's what we're gonna do. So their premix, that stuff's banging, bro. I use this stuff even like if I don't feel like making a fancy cocktail, and I'm using any bourbon because I do think their mix is one of the better ones. It's a little pricey. I believe it's like $12, where some you can get for like $5. And the bottle's not like super big. But the calorie intake on this isn't bad, just so you know. It usually calls for like a half ounce. I don't do a half ounce. I do like a quarter of an ounce. And basically just kind of, I got my festive cup out for this one, you know. Pour it in. I think the bitters that they chose, the flavor that they kind of put into it really kind of blends well with it. You know, I like making my own homemade old fashions, my own sugar, simple syrup that I like to use on stream. I use cube sugar off stream though. I gotta switch hands. And my own bitters and stuff like that. And that's all fine and dandy. But whenever you're like just trying to just have fun, I don't like to get all super fancy, you know. But this cocktail concoction with the St. Augustine's little premix syrup and then and their bourbon combined, I feel like it pairs really well. So put that there. Pull the comments real quick. Terry says, I've been there about 6 times and I bought their apple moonshine last trip. Wait, does St. Augustine have an apple moonshine? Unless I missed a comment or something. Oh, B-Shane says, Peerless does really good rye. I figured Peerless is kind of pricey around me, and I want their double oak before I get anything. So, he says the premix is great. Terry also says triple sec good. I mean, triple sec's decent. I mean, whenever you're kind of making your own, you can get as creative with it as you want. And I'm totally fine with that. People can go bizarre. I put coffee in one I made last stream, I believe. May woke the kid. JC says, anyone here know anything about tequila? I'm not that guy. I do for the cherries right now. I've been using the filthy black cherries. For some reason, whether if it's corn syrup or whatever, they just happen to stay good longer. The Woodford cherries, they're better. The Woodford cherries you can get pretty much anywhere. I like them more. It's just they go bad so quick. And I don't put almost any of my shit in the fridge. So normally I chill it beforehand. I'm not doing all that. And I don't have the right sugar either. Or the right ice either. That's on me. But you guys should expect that. I don't come here if you're looking for the ice content. You come here for the liquor. Let me put that over here. Anyway. So, cheers, boys. That's good, bro. That is money. They know what they're doing, bro. Like, it's not too overwhelming with the bitters. It has the orange flavor from that syrup in it. I can definitely tell it's like actual sugar cane versus like some stevia bullshit. The spices aren't like overly spiced, but it's got a couple little kicks in there. I can't tell what they are because the sweetness is so high on it. I will say though, if you were like a person that likes an old fashioned that doesn't like it sweet, that combo's not for you. The bourbon itself it's got a like pretty medium level sweetness. Like it's got some sweet in there, but you pair that with that syrup, it's sweet. So, NT Way. I think, let me see what else they have on here. St. Augustine has a mule mix for their vodka, for like a vodka mule. They have a grapefruit hibiscus mix for their gin. Tropical tiki mix for the rum. Essential tonic, obviously for their gin. I think that's it. Yeah, the tiki, the tonic, hibiscus, the mule, and then of course the old fashioned. Liz says, "Cheers, boys, my bad." She said she was off yesterday. Oh, fuck, get the fuck out of here. I was off yesterday. She's like, and the day before, and the day prior. She has every day off, guys. I mean, technically, but not technically. Eric says, "JC, I didn't work, but was on call." Eric, you're always on call, bud. Anyways, did anybody get any good like deals for Black Friday on bourbon? Did I like miss out? There was like, any of the liquor stores around here, they didn't do like discounts or anything like that, or buy one get ones. What they did is they kind of started breaking out their giveaways. A lot of liquor stores have got allocated stuff throughout the years, and they're going to start breaking it out from now until New Year's. If they're the stores that do that, of course. Some stores do like big raffles or little events towards Christmas. I would keep an eye out for your local liquor stores because they should be doing that if it's the type of liquor store that does that. There is a liquor store around me that likes to kind of do it throughout the year, but towards the end they kind of bump it up. They just gave away a Thomas Handy and a Pappy 12-year Lot B. I didn't win, or we'd be reviewing that right now. But they have 2 mystery bottles. If I had to guess, it's going to be another Pappy 12-year, and I'm going to guess an Eagle Rare 17. So we got to go enter into that one too. Buto said $1 fill up and still awesome was a killer deal. Bro, I saw that. I would have came in with like the biggest like milk jug and said fill her up. I don't know if you could do that, but I would have. I would have tried because that was a cool marketing thing for them. Because one, you're getting everybody up there and just filling up a bottle, giving them something for they're basically getting $50 for $1, and they get to go see the distillery and have a little fun too. So good on them for that. I wish I would have been able to take part, but I don't even live close to there. JC said I got a Four Roses OESQ pick for $100 today. I don't know if that's good. I keep seeing Four Roses for like $100+ bucks, $110. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can spend $100 on Four Roses. Ragin says I got Stag 24A for a little above retail. Best deal I could find around me. I mean, if you guys have been around the channel at all, the Stag around me is like an arm and a leg, to the point where like I just like to argue with him whenever I go in. Last time I believe it was like $450 for just Stag Junior. Beachson says, I didn't get anything today. I got the Limestone Farms lineup, a Weller 12 here in West Michigan. I need to get me a little Weller 12. I think that'd be good. Yeah, I got to break into that Limestone Farm stuff. I'll probably do that video tomorrow or Sunday before football or after. Buto says linted to $750, 500 tickets, sold out in 20 minutes. Damn. JC said, for being a low rye recipe, the floral notes on the Four Roses outweigh the sweetness, which made him pretty happy. Yeah, when you said that, my first thought was, it's not rye. But I get what it's got a little bit in there, and it's got enough character for you. I like that. Buto said, adios, cat. Call me old-fashioned. Peace. Buto, thanks for stopping by. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time, bud. Thomas says, saw Stag for 69 bucks. What? 69 bucks? Oh, but you had to buy 500 of tequila with it? I mean, if you're a big tequila guy, I guess that wouldn't be too bad. But, I mean, shit, that sucks. You gotta drop almost 600 bucks when you go in the store. I thought the distillery was closed still. Is it open now? You can order from the Limestone? Which one was your favorite, Beach Sand? I don't know what I fucking have of these things. Let me see. Yeah, I have Bloodlines 95 proof. I have small batch at 113. I have their private batch at the 113.6. Then I have the select batch at 111 proof. I can't remember which one. He said he'd put it up against anything, so I imagine that one's probably everybody's favorite because there's got to be something to that one, but I haven't even opened them. I opened the box. I said, all right, cool, I have them. And every Friday I planned to do them, but then I just kept getting sidetracked. So order from your local store. Oh, there ain't nothing around here like that. I gotta try them though. That's on me. I should have been done that one. We're just getting out of busy seasons for wedding though, and then now we're moving in towards the holidays, so it's just been reckless over here. But for now, we got the St. Augustine stuff. Money. Beach Sand says, love the Morgan family collection, 113 proof. Which one was that? Oh, they're a small batch. Huh. Well, all right then. I mean, when I looked at them, I figured that most people are going to gravitate towards the highest proof one because there was nothing that was like crazy high proof. I think the 113 was the highest one that I have. So I just figured like the higher proof one would hit most people's palates. I'm not completely a proof snob. I keep getting worse though. I keep wanting the higher proof stuff, but I'm not opposed to a good 90 proofer or anything like that. So Eric says, Tux, I've been missing for a couple months. Whatever happened to that infinity bottle samples? I've been waiting on you guys. What happened? Eric, you've been gone a while, bud. You've been missing a lot. I literally went live to do it, and like nobody showed up. I said nobody wants it. That's fine. I'll drink it. I rock in the chat. About time, bud. We've been waiting all day for you. B-Sand says, I believe it's the private stock. Yeah, more than likely. I still have the bottle. Bro, it's I got on. You see, I swapped up the bottles a little bit. I put the New Rift over here, a little Midwinters, a little Heaven Hill. Still got all the Redwood Empires. I got the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream 101. This shit's fucking killer, bro. I knew it before it even released. I said if they make an in-between bottle, $50, 101 proof, still got that same, pipe dream that everybody else loves. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. Mashville is supposed to be more amped up, but it's money, bro. I'll pour that up next. Tuck's last stream, I gave away a bottle of Redwood too. I think it was the Joker. I know we got it too. Because he didn't get the first day and they alerted me saying, hey, we got to try again, sir. I go, he better get that bottle. So it's expensive. Hillbilly Billington, I think I got that right. It says, just got the Penelope Estate collection tonight. Yum. I actually won the thing to go up and get it. I couldn't go on the 22nd though. How was it though? I'm like, is it worth the money? Is it worth the hype, or is it just averagely good? I imagine it was going to be good in general, just because it had some age. But I'm upset. I wish I would have went. I can still go up, and I probably still will go collect my the bottle whenever on like the 16th. I have a wedding up there, so. Tuck says, I said, come on, call me old fashioned. Think of the people, think of your followers. And he was like, I'm taking a huge loss on this. I am. I would be taking a huge loss on that, but I don't remember saying that. JC says, call me old fashioned. You lie. We want samples and shirts. Tux, Eric, call for Mark Duffy and Mr. Lopez. We must rally. Bro, Duffy's getting waxed in the fantasy league, by the way, guys. Just gotta throw that out there. The 9-year private bourbon. I believe that's one I got. They have 3. They have the single barrel. I don't remember off the top of my head. He said, Avengers, assemble. JC says, I've been seeing people buying the Redwood Empire called Haystack Needle. Know nothing on it. So Redwood Empire has single barrels that are coming out. I got an email today on it. Here, I can just pull it up. Because I have it in a cart, literally on my fucking page right here. Look, it's right here. There's no way you can see it. But it's like they're grained glass. So previously, I don't know if you guys know this, Redwood Empire used to source their whiskey, and it slowly but surely became, their own distillate. Now, their whole main lineup currently is their own distillate. The Haystack, those used to be sourced out. That was the last one that had to transfer over. But now they just released 2, a rye and a bourbon, both like high proof stuff. I believe it's the bourbon is going to be 126.6 proof, 8-year, and then the rye is going to be an 8-year, 124.4 proof. There's only 1 barrel of each that's going to be online releases, and there's a total, I think, 6 barrels that are going to be kind of spread out everywhere of each. But they still have some in the works. Apparently they made 60 barrels in total, and they've been aging since 2016. So they want to release this 8-year, probably going to release another one in 2 years if I had to guess. This is not from them. This is just my own knowledge. The bourbon, the mash bill on that's going to be 51% corn, 45% rye, and 5% malted barley. The rye is obviously going to be 90% raw rye, 5% malted barley, 5% red wheat. Fuck, now that I read that out loud, I'm like, I gotta buy them, right? I feel like I just had way too much Redwood at this point. But they're pricey. They're the most expensive bottles that they've sold. I believe, let me get you the quote. They're $120 each. You can buy one or both, whatever. You can only buy one of each per person online. That's $240 you're dropping on 2 bottles. To me, that's kind of pricey. I don't mind spending like $75, $80, $85 at times, but damn, bro, like $120 for 1 bottle, it's kind of tough. Especially unless it's going to be drastically different. The rye with the red wheat, that kind of changes up for me. I might buy the rye. Mr. Lopez in the chat, welcome to stream, bud. Welcome back. I know you were here way earlier. But the Redwood stuff, it should be limited. It's probably good. It's just if you want to spend the money on it. I'd like to have it, but I don't know if I'll buy these 2 just because they are pricey. Hill Billington says, I also won Yellowstone 2024. That's, okay. You're talking about the Yellowstone, the show bourbon, or just the Yellowstone like single barrel? I've had the Yellowstone bourbon from the show. Yeah. It's a cool looking bottle with the leather. I don't really care for it. Like, it's okay. It's definitely like a show piece rather than a let's get fucked up and drink this piece. Oh, Tater Dom in the chat says, cheers, fellas. Says what's up to everybody. Hill Billington says, I'm in Kentucky, not paying second prices is not paying secondary prices is not heard of. I mean, I get that. Damn, Taylor says, cheers, Richard and everyone. Savage. Tuck says, we got a good crowd in here. That can only mean one thing, call me old-fashioned, that we just stay live forever. Is that what you're trying to say? We've been live for only 35 minutes. We're just getting started, boys. Kinda. Don't go crazy on me. Lopez says, the only one missing is Danielle. It's been a while since we heard Danielle's name, huh? Tuck said, duck race. Hey, don't throw at me with a fucking good time. Not the show, the 2024 release 101 proof? But maybe I misread it. Did you say you won that? It's just sitting on the shelf at Total Wine here. I like the look of the Yellowstone bourbons, but I have this issue where I see like a cool looking bottle and I buy it and it's usually not good. Yellowstone has a really cool looking bottle and I really want one on the shelf. I don't want another bad bourbon. I have so much in here. I have so much I can't even show it all on the screen. So it's starting to get pointless to buy cool looking bottles. I'm running out of fucking space. This whole table over here that you can't even see is covered in bourbon. Hey, by the way, maybe we do this sometime tonight. So the wife made sangria, right? Obviously calls for brandy, and I was like, fuck it, let's get the bigger bottle and we do a little brandy washed old fashioned. We got the the Ciroc, very special French brandy, 80 proof. Not too keen on the proof point, but it honestly smells fairly decent. Got a little wood accent to it, so I thought it was cool. I'm not big on the Ciroc shit, but it's what do you want to call it? The sangria is okay. Lopez says, what are we duck racing for? Hill Billington says, I don't know. Oh, don't think it's the show. Hell if I know. If you're just talking about the Yellowstone bourbon and you're not, if you don't know it's the show, it's definitely not the show. The Yellowstone show came out with its own like bourbon to like sell people. It was kind of pricey, but it looks cool. But it's nothing like super special in it. It's young age stuff, lower mid-range proof. Lopez says just had some hot toddies. Hey, it's cold. Hey, if it's cold down here in Florida, I can only imagine what the temp is where you guys are. Real quick, everybody sound off in the chat. What temperature is it around you? Right now by me, I believe it's 50 degrees. I'm in Florida, so. Ride the Lightning says cheers. Bro, what a fucking profile pic. I gotta pull it over. I got you. Hold on. Is that American flag action? There you go, boys. There we go. Hill says it's a rectangle bottle. In Kentucky, the liquor stores call it tough to get raffle. Let me do this. They call it tough to get. Fuck out of here. I mean, Yellowstone does single barrel picks. They do limited release, like the actual like Yellowstone bourbon, but the show stuff is just like a gimmicky thing. I can't pull it up that quick. The Hill says 30 degrees. Damn. Cappuccino. Alex says cappuccino. Bro, 26 degrees? Oh my God. Blend of 7 and 17 year. Okay. That interests me. I'd have to really look into it. Is it all 7 year with like a half a shot of 17 year? You know what I mean? That's what I would be curious of. 20, he said 26 degrees. Tuck says 47 in Denver. Beachhead says 26. And it's snowing here in West Michigan. Damn. Oh, I know it's snowing up north. I saw that little storm brewing. I wish, I mean, I want it to snow here, but I also don't want to have to deal with snow, so I feel for you guys. But Eric says 30 degrees in Kentucky. Lightning says 33 degrees. Damn it, it's like summertime to me compared to you boys. 50 degrees, and I'm like, ooh, gotta break out the jackets and the flannel. Alex says, never mind. Damn, we just he hit the wrong stream apparently. Tux says, how the fuck are people putting the degree symbol? Hill says, I got shafted on my brown bag. Oh my god, the kid's fucking app is fucking up. Tuck says, here's every symbol that I have. Get out of here, bro. What are we doing? Anyways, so we obviously established, I can't even pronounce his name, Mr. Miyagi. I guess it wasn't that tough. He says, best whiskey channel on YouTube. Way to go, you beautiful bearded beast. Hey, don't threaten me with a good compliment. I mean, my beard's, what's funny is my beard looks good during the day. By the time I get to the stream, it looks rough, bro. I look damn near homeless at this point. The kids pulled this beard every which way. But hey, I appreciate the compliment. Anyway, we established St. Augustine bourbon, money. I think if for like the bourbon enthusiast kind of person, if you want the proof, find a single barrel. Total Wine usually has them. Shores Liquor obviously had it. This was the highest proof one I saw at 109.5 proof. Normally I see it around 100, 105 proof, stuff like that. So it's 110 basically is. I was pumped to find that. But in general, their old-fashioned mixer, that stuff is that's good with any bourbon. So if you find that and you like old fashions and you like sweet cocktails, this is a good buy too. So let's pour up a little bit of Lady Glen. Let's do a little Pipe Dream 101. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ricky C in the chat says, loving the channel. My wife likes your chocolate old fashioned recipe. Hey, that's a good one, bro. The chocolate old fashioned is popular. I may make one here. Bro, Mr. Miyagi says, Jim Beam 7, you're throwing jabs at my liver tonight. The first time I drank the Jim Beam 7, I killed like more than half the bottle. So I feel you on that. That chocolate old fashioned, if anybody ever is like, you know what, we just had dinner, I want to like the wife or the girlfriend, whoever, boyfriend, if you swing that way, if they want like a cocktail to end the night, but they want something fruity or sweet, something like that, you can still partake in that the dessert aspect by getting a chocolate old fashioned. It just is brown sugar, chocolate bitters. You can throw in a little piece of chocolate as a little garnish just for fun. And then bourbon. I use Woodford's Double Oak because it has the biggest chocolate note to me. But it's money. I drink that one every once in a while when I am feeling like for that dessert aspect. But yeah. Tuck says, where the hell is that? Oh dear God. Bro, Tux, I broke out the fancy like graphics for that one too. I had chocolate coming down the screen. I'll drop it in the Discord later. Lightning says, "Ooh, I need that red RE 101, the Redwood Empire." We're gonna make big claims tonight on this Redwood because I've had a couple pours. I've done it first so I could have a fresh palate before. It's man, the way I describe it is because of the price, right? Hill Billington says, grab your favorite under 200 MSRP. Hill Billington, I don't buy a lot of things that are super expensive. That's not my style. I'll buy stuff for MSRP. Woodford's Double Oak is going to be my favorite in every category for everything. It's just the bourbon that got me into bourbon. I love all the notes in it. I use it for cocktails, for old fashions. I like it neat. But it just depends on what day we're talking about. Like, what's your favorite? You know what I mean? Because this one's money. But I also like, Wild Turkey Rare Breed every once in a while. I like a little Russell's Reserve store pick. You know what I mean? Like, I like to switch it up, and that's one of the main reasons why I have this channel, because I like to have different bourbon at all times. I don't like to drink the same bottle constantly, which sounds kind of pretentious, but it's just what I like. I like being able to have different expressions of bourbon all the time. My most expensive MSRP bottle is probably the Midwinter's Night Dram, because it's like $180, almost $200 itself. Everything else is, obviously I got Blanton's and the Weller and the E.H. Taylor, but I paid a little bit of secondary for that, which doesn't count. I have the Nulu Double Oak Wheated Bourbon. That one's also like $100 for MSRP, so it's I like a lot of stuff. Anyway, back to Redwood Empire 101. So just to kind of recap, they obviously have their white label Pipe Dream, $35. It's good. Everybody complains that there's no proof to it. It's like 90 proofer, and it doesn't drink that high. There's not a lot of bite to it. Then you move over to their cask strength Pipe Dream, which is like $85. Now that one's like 116 proof. It's got the flavor, it's got the proof. This is really expensive. You know what I mean? You can buy Wild Turkey for the same proof for half the price. So it's kind of hard to argue that bottle. I like it, and if you really like Redwood, then sure. Lopez says, have I mentioned this lifestyle? Yeah, I think you mentioned it once or twice. I like it this way. My bad, bro. It's just easy. But I did say fucking months ago, almost a year ago, if they make a bottle that is good, that has some proof, that's in between on the price point, it would be the number one selling bottle. This bottle right here is $50. Some people find it for $45, some people find it for $55, but it's in that window. It's 101 proof. It has some age, which I believe is at least 4 years or at least 6 years. Hold on. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't see it on the bottle. It is release 101 proof. Sasoma. This is a 4-grain mash bill, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say the age. I can't. It's in here somewhere, but there's so much on the back of this bottle. But let me look it up. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's right. The age on this is a 5-year for the lowest, up to 15 years. I should have known that. That's my bad. It's been a minute. 5 to 15 years, and that's kind of one of the big selling points in a sense, is it has some of the highest age stuff into this bourbon, especially compared to the Pipe Dream, which is a 4-year age. Mash bill on this is 73% corn, 19% rye, 5% malted barley, and 3% wheat. I believe their regular Pipe Dream mash bill does not have any wheat. I don't remember that off the top of my head, and I'm not looking it up. But it's So good though. It's got that like honey aspect, which that part kind of coats your palate pretty well. Gives you a nice little sweetness, but there's a lot of spice with, I believe it's like baking spice of some kind. I'm not like, I don't know every baking spice in the world, so I can't really tell you that part, but it's got some good flavors to it. The way I kind of remember drinking this is it kind of feels like right now, that first week of December when you guys start baking cookies, right? And you and your spouse, kids, parents, whatever, you start baking cookies, and you're making a little peanut butter, you're making a little sugar cookie, you're making a little chocolate chip, and that kind of like aroma that's in the kitchen, that's kind of what you get. Let me take you back. Let me tell you that story, boys. Kidding. But it's good. It's got some like orange or lemon zest in it. I can't figure out which one. I keep saying orange one time, I say lemon another time. But it's got a little zest action. That's in a good way, though. Lopez says how much I hate it. You're really the only one that hates it, but I understand your complaint. But I do have to say, Lopez, anytime I go live like this, you show up. When I go live the other way, you don't show up. So, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm like only a couple hours away from the watch time, so it's whatever I got to do to get people in here, I'm going to do that. Hill Billington says, I can't find that Nulu. People say it beats Woodford's. Oh, Hill Billington, you're kind of driving me to a fork in the road. Let me just pull it down real quick, just so you can see. Give you guys the visual effects. So I have these two, right? We're going to pull the pipe dream back for just a second. So, obviously, Woodford's Double Oak. Everybody knows it. There's no question. Everybody loves this bottle. It's a fan favorite of a lot of people. The only gripe I can give this bottle literally is the proof. It's only like 90.4. Yeah, 90.4 proof. It's good. I got a little kick to it. It's not like any kind of weak 90 by any means. But it's lower proof. Lower price, though, too. Then you come over to this bottle. This bottle is a special one to me. This is a single barrel select from Sealbacks, whatever you call it. So the single barrel aspect is maybe I'll never find it again. You never know. This one is a 51% corn, 45% wheat. So it has that wheat aspect that makes it naturally sweeter. It also is 122 proof. So that proof difference is massive. But this one has a lot of the same notes as the Woodford's Double Oak, right? Like it has a chocolate note, has brown sugar, has some vanilla. You know, it has all those aspects to it. The only difference between these two, there's obviously differences, but when you really kind of simplify it, the difference is the proof and the price. This is really high proof. This is low proof. This is high price. This is low proof or low price. So I'm going to do a blind. But I got to get like one or two more double oaks. And, you know, because I got the Starlight Double Oak. I got the Woodfords. I got the Nulu. I got the Old Forester. I want to get Peerless. And there's one other one, too, that I wanted to get for the blind. I can't remember which one, though, off the top of my head. But once I have those, I want to do a big blind of the double oaks and really kind of let you guys know who is the best. Because I've been making claims that Woodford's Double Oak has been the best since the day I started, and I'll die on that hill until I prove myself otherwise. That Nulu, though, is fucking money. The only issue with the Nulu is, like, I can't tell you go get it because I don't think it's available. So, Hill says, Woodford's store picks never fail ever. I've never actually had a store pick of the Woodfords. Nobody ever has them around here. So that's a disappointment to me. Tuck says, got to keep it fresh. I respect it. Hold on. Tuck says, laugh myself. Lopez, I just imagine every time you accidentally swipe down, everyone around you hears swipe mother. Tux says, I bake cookies with my non-existent spouse all the time. Tux, we're not going to get into that right now. Beach Sand says, I just actually swiped up on a live stream and some dumbass kids are selling phones. What the fuck? Well, did you buy one? That's my bad, guys. I mean, if everybody would show up on the regular live streams, I promise I would go live only on the other one. I prefer to. The wide versions, they last longer. They stay on YouTube longer. The difference is these get pumped out to a lot more people, and which allows us to grow a little bit. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to both aspects. I think the biggest con is people swipe off somehow. So, maybe set your phone down and just have a drink with me. Eric says, Beach Sand, did you buy one? He said, hell no. Hill says, Peerless is meh? Don't do that to me. A lot of people hype up and say Peerless is better than Woodford's too, so I'm hoping that's good. Beach Sand says, we just grabbed the RD1 Double Oak Maple. You know what? I actually saw that one, but I have stayed away from all the maple stuff. What's funny enough is I have, I just bought this too, because I was looking for a little Thanksgiving, cocktail. Hence why I got the St. Augustine stuff. But I picked up this Whistle Pig signature maple cocktail syrup. And it's okay. If you like maple syrup. But it's just okay at best. It's like $8, but it's a big bottle for $8. That's why I was like, okay, let's run it. No alcohol in it, obviously. It's just syrup. But it's maple syrup with some bitters. It has orange accents to it. I can't necessarily recommend it yet, but we'll try it in a different video, different live stream, and we'll make a cocktail with it. Maybe we'll make like 1 or 2 different cocktails with it. But I can't recommend it if I don't know for sure it's good. It's cheap, so if you really just love maple syrup, sure, go buy it. But anyway, boys, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Of course, we are trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. Things happen. Beach Inn says, I'm here for the bourbon, not the damn phones. Hey, I'm with you, bud. But anyway, back to the Redwood Empire 101. This stuff, the big claim really is I separate Redwood into 2 categories, ryes and bourbons, right? Because their ryes are so good to me. But the bourbons, I fucking love all of them. You know me, I fucking hype them people up like nobody's business. This bottle for the bourbon is by far the best one. But I'm factoring in price, taste, nose, palate, finish, cost. We're doing OOSOO says those vapes taste like urinal cakes. Hey, bud. If you came in to roast me, you found the wrong one. Maybe I like urinal cakes. Why are you fucking judging, bro? Sometimes you get a little pink, fresh cake, you try to piss a hole through that motherfucker. That's funny. Lopez says that's his favorite flavor. Bro, it fucking is. I love me a little urinal cake action. Fuck. Hill says Northern Kentucky, 45 minutes from the Woodford's Distillery. I'd love to go. They don't hit me up. Even in Redwood, at least, will be in the comments being like, hey, appreciate the love. Woodford's, they don't even acknowledge me. They're like, shut up, peasant. But no, seriously, I think for $50, 100 proof, you're kind of falling in line with, you're kind of hitting that sweet spot. People are okay with spending $50. People are not okay with spending $85. There's just a limit to where they're like, that's a little too far for me. You're getting too close to a full $100 bill. $50 though, 100 proof at least. Now we're talking. But I think the flavor will outweigh a lot of bottles at 100 proof or 101 proof, if you will. With it being a 4-grain, having a little bit of wheat aspect, having a little bit of rye aspect, it just has enough for me to be like, hey, I feel like it's better. Davis says, why can't we donate? Because nobody fucking watches the channel, Davis. I'm kidding. But honestly, the real answer is because I've been slacking and I haven't pushed us across the line yet. We're still only a couple hundred hours away from watch time, but that's on me. I should be posting a lot more, but I've been slacking. But I appreciate that you're wanting to, but you don't have to. It's not the end of the world. Ricky says 28 plus tax for that Woodford's Double Oak on sale on my local Costco. Bought two. $28 for Woodford's Double Oak? You just fucking rob them, bro. I've seen Woodford's go on sale for like 40, but normally it's like $50, $45 on sale around here. So if you're getting it for 28, buy them all. Buy them all. Right, the Lightning says Williams, Arizona. Love me, Arizona. Beachton says Knob Creek smoked maple is good for a spritzer when smoking meats. That's a good fun fact. Lopez says, what we all sipping on tonight? Lopez, what are you sipping on? Damn, bro. He says, so how often do you black out? Never. I almost never even get drunk. I don't drink that much, bro. I know, like, it looks like it, but I'm sorry to, like, break your heart. Do you want me to say, like, every night, bro, I just be blacking out? Come on, bro. We're not getting, like, fucked up. We're like, I mean, sometimes we get fucked up. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I get a little litty, but not that often. We're tasting the bourbon for the notes, bud. I like the craftsmanship of the whiskey rather than, oh, what? Like, because if you fucking said, like, how I used to be back in the day, I'd be like, hey, does this bottle, like, does this one fuck you up? You know what I mean? That's what I used to say. It was never like, hey, how good's that bottle? It's like, hey, does that one get you drunk? Like, let's drink that one. Lopez saying, did the Dolphins win? That's fucked up, bro. Don't do that. Don't come in here with that negativity. It's Thanksgiving. You're supposed to say what you're thankful for. You know, not shit on me. Tug says he's sipping on some apple juice. Hey, a little honey apple crisp apple juice from Publix. That shit hits, bro. Ricky says I'll sell them for 40 for the rest of the county. You could bring them down here, sell them to everybody for 40. Everybody buy them. Yeah, even Beach Fan says he pays $49 for the Woodford's Double Oak. Sometimes it goes on sale, like if they like get a bigger stock for some reason, like especially Publix, it's usually like $45.99 or something like that. Normally, no sale is like $55 for the Woodfords. So Lopez says I black out every night like a boss. I legit didn't know. Oh, you didn't know for real? No chia whatever. I can't pronounce that. I got some cigars, but I'm in a house. I can't smoke in here. I wish. I would love nothing more than to have this set up, be able to puff on a cigar in here. But I live in an apartment, nothing fancy, and I have a kid in the house. If I even like attempted to light a cigar in here, my wife would kick the door down, break all my cameras, and end the stream. So. Tuck said 66 proof is the best proof. You know what was funny? I went to the liquor store and I was looking for like, hey, like what could be a fun bottle to try? And I didn't find anything, but I turned around and I found the 99 big bottles. Not like the little mini bottles, like 99s, all this different shit. I almost bought one just to fuck with you guys, but then I was like, it's a waste of like $6. So Ricky C says, favorite buy right now is Old Granddad 114. That stuff is excellent for the price. It's usually sold out around here. People buy that stuff up because it is very popular right now. Everybody's talking about the 116. When I see 116, I was thinking, everybody keeps saying 116. I know it's 16. But I keep thinking it's 116 proof. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll buy that. It's 100 proof bourbon. It's the same mash bill as their Old Granddad Bottled and Bond. It's just 16 years. Old Granddad Bottled and Bond is like $25. Old Granddad 16 is $200. I'm not paying $175 more for an extra couple years. That's my take on that. Bro, ride the lightning, cracking me up. Beachin says, in Michigan, we rarely see any bourbon go on sale. That's depressing. Lopez says, I still have my Olivias. I can't smoke them. Why can't you smoke them? Oh, he says, smoking cigars isn't fun for me. Well, that sucks. God damn, Tux. I'm not even going to repeat that. She'll kill us. O'Malley16 says, haven't had the pipe dream yet. What do you think it's similar to? So this isn't pipe. This is pipe dream. This isn't the white label. This is the Pipe Dream 101 that just came out. You can find it at some stores, Total Wine, stuff like that. But it's not everywhere yet. Redwood Empire is hard to compare to anything else because it has this like unique taste to it for them and their distillery. I will say it's got like it has more flavor than most. I would have compared it to like a Wild Turkey 101 or like like a Heaven Hill Bottom Bond, but it has more floral notes, more like brighter, lighter flavors. So I don't really know what to compare that to. It's good, but this bottle is $55. I'd say if you were ever on the fence, I'd say get it just to try it. But this one, not the white label. Now that this one's out, I don't recommend anybody buy the white labels. Unless you're just so new to bourbon that you just can't handle any proof, then white labels. But like the Lost Monarch's good. The Emerald Giant, I mean, buy the cask strength if you're going to get it. B-Sand says, Old Granddad 114 blasted out that it was being discontinued only to have it be in high demand. Yeah, I heard that too. That they were just trying to like pump up the sales for the 114 because it was going, people were running to the stores. Mr. Lopez says, I have a similar opinion on the Russell products. I really do like the Russell's Reserve, but I saw a comment that kind of pictured up. It's really good, but it's also really thin. So I agreed with it. Huge in the chat. About time, bud. I was thinking about you the other day. No homo, but he goes, Joe who, bud? Tuck says, Russell products can kiss my ass. Russell is straight water. LOL. See, a lot of people's complaint is that it's thin. It is thin, but it has really good flavors. I will say, kind of like the issue with them too is like they're cheaper, lower end bourbons. They are, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking shit. Like they're good, but like I have this one, the Russell's Reserve Private Barrel Select. It's 110 proof. This one was definitely my favorite by far because the higher proof it went, the more viscosity that it had, and it wasn't as thin, and that really sold me on it. Lightning says, sipping Bullet 12 tonight. Bro, Bullet 12's money for the price. It's really good. Oh, I switched it. It's over here now. Yeah, that Bullet 12 year, I like it. But what's funny is every time I get a rye, I'm like, this is the best rye I've ever had. And then I get another rye, I'm like, this is the best rye I've ever had. It's just coincidentally, whatever. Every time I get a rye, the next rye I buy is just a little bit more expensive, and they just keep going up in price. And I do think rye, so far, the higher amount of money I spend, the better they are. Because you got like the Bullet 12 for like $50. I'm like, okay, it's good. And then I got the Redwood Empire Rocket Top Bottle and Bond for like $75, $80, and I'm like, that's way better. I got the Rare Breed rye, and I'm like, that's good, but not as good as Rocket Top, right? So we're hitting that sweet spot in the middle. Then I got the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass, which was like $80, $90. I'm like, that's fucking delicious. Midwinter's Night Dram, that's a port finish. It's not the same category, but it's good. Like, it's not bad by any means, but you gotta like port finish. Then you get into that Redwood Empire Devil's Tower. That one's probably my favorite. Lopez says, can't really go wrong with Russell's pick. The only issue is the price, right? I believe I paid 80 for mine. I don't really want to pay $80 for a bottle that often, you know? That's the only issue with them, or in picks in general, really. Ricky said, bought Old Granddad for $24.99. It was hell of a deal. Great for old fashions and having neat. Old Granddad is decent. The cheaper ones, I definitely think it's a really good budget bottle. I believe it made it in my top 5. I don't remember exactly, but it is good for old fashions because of the proof. Especially if you're going to mix a little sweetness in it. I feel like Old Granddad's one of the ones that are not super sweet bourbons. So I think if you're going to make a cocktail, an old fashioned is money for that. Lopez says, I've noticed I like older ryes. I don't think the older ryes exactly is like what dictates it for me. Because the 12 year is probably the oldest one I have. I don't know how old the rare breed is. Devil's Tower, I believe, is like 4 years. No, 5 years on the Devil's Tower. 4 years on the Bottled and Bond. The Heaven Hill, 2017. 7 year. I don't know what the midwinters is, but Tuck said I just swiped off the fucking live into a live flight simulator that was loud as shit. So did you learn anything? Even Mr. Lopez says I really do enjoy the Devil's Tower too. What's funny is Tuck said it, and I didn't believe him obviously because it's Tuck's. I was hunting the Screaming Titan for a while, right? And I was like, that's gonna be the one that I believed at the time. I was like, this one's gonna be my number one. This is gonna be my favorite bourbon I've ever had because I really do like wheateds. I like Redwood Empire. I'm like mashing the two together. I'm like, we got a fucking baby here. But Screaming Titan, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad by any means. But I tried it right next to Devil's Tower, and I'm like, the Devil's Tower just has, it's brighter, it's lighter, it's more refreshing. It has like some really good notes in it. It kind of hits in the right spots. So the Devil's Tower to me is better. Let's have some of that actually. Let's grab a new Glen. We gotta get some water in us too, so I don't black out. Grab a new Glen. I will. I'll grab a new Glen. Obviously, this is batch 2. For anybody that didn't know, obviously, probably the reason why I like it so much is that it's just a high rye bourbon, not just an actual rye. I categorize it as a rye though, but that's just me. Let's see. Ricky C says, what do you think of the Devil's Cut bourbon? I don't know. I don't really have thoughts on it. I haven't had it, so I can't really give a review on it, I guess. Um, I hear it's good, but excuse me. But I didn't know. Eric says he didn't mean it, Tux. Well, damn, bro, my bad. Oh yeah, I answered Lopez's comment without even knowing. He said it's just a high rye though, isn't it? It is. Mash bill on this is going to be 2% malt, 45% rye, 51% corn, and 2.5% wheat on the batch 2. I don't know what the batch 1 was. Coming in at 99 proof, toasted on a char 3. Yeah, 2% malt, 4% or 44% rye. But even then, like 44% rye, what are we talking? 7% to categorize as a rye? You know what I mean? So, to me, it's categorized as a rye. It's high enough. I get the corn aspect, though. I get it. It just, bro, it's got something to it. It's got like a like a citrus fruit to it, like like an orange-ish, grapefruit-esque type of fruit. A little bit of that mint, which is like that really refreshing part that I don't get a lot. Usually when I do, it's in a bourbon, and I'm thinking, Girl Scout cookie style, thin mint, but mint by itself on a more like floral-esque, bourbon, rye. To me, that's what's kind of like different, is because I usually don't pick up the mint like that. But I get a little bit of that floral aspect, a little bit of that mint, orange-ish, grapefruit-esque, and then it has like this spice that comes through. So, whoa, beach sand. What did he say? He says, haven't pulled the trigger on any Redwood Empire yet. Beach sand. What we doing, bro? All right, let me give you the lowdown. Devil's Tower. That's a must buy. You can buy it on a lot of these. You can buy on their website. Devil's Tower is a must buy. The Pipe Dream 101 is a must buy. You can't get it on their website yet though. The Rocket Top. Okay, this isn't technically rye. It's a high rye bourbon. All right, stop giving me shit, people. Redwood Empire Rocket Top Rye Bottled and Bond. Buy. Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast Bottled and Bond. Buy. I like the Screaming Titan because it's a different expression. It's a weeded, so I'd buy that one too. So I'd buy Devil's Tower, Screaming Titan, Pipe Dream 101, both Bottled and Bonds, which is a Grizzly Beast, and the Rocket Top. Everything else I can do without. I like everything else, but you can get the white labels for like $30, $35. They just don't have enough proof to them, but they're good, right? They just kind of lack in certain areas. The cast strengths, again, they're good. They're higher proof, a lot of flavor, but they're expensive. The Pipe Dream 101's like $50. These are also considered expensive, but they're a little bit more limited because it is the small lot series. But all of them, they don't disappoint. So. Lopez says Lost Monarch is also a great burr rye. It is. So the Lost Monarch is a blend of like their Pipe Dream and Emerald Giant. Not exactly, but that's what I categorize it as. And it's good. It's the first one I had. I like the cast strength. I actually think I may like the white label more just because it's just a super easy sipper. It's almost like what I would prefer to just kind of start the night off with. Tuck says Foggy Barrel. I'm not going to buy the Foggy Barrel only because it is mainly a malt. And I don't think I'm a biggest malt fan. Like I like a chocolate note, but I don't like it all chocolate because I do have the Van Dusen straight rye, but it's all chocolate syrup. And I haven't even reviewed it. And I have a thumbnail, I have everything done for it. I just haven't sat down to review it because I don't know how to talk about it because like It's not bad. It just really is not for me. Like it's not in my wheelhouse of things that I go, that's what I want to drink. But I can tell it's like a good malt, right? If that makes sense. Like it's a good malt. It's just not for me. B says I'm too busy buying other bottles. I've seen them on the shelves all the time. I have to do it soon. Let's do a Fresh Crack Friday video with them. I mean, you don't have to buy them. I'm not gonna hold you to the fire. I do think they're really good though. They're some of my favorite stuff to drink in general. So, but I'm a big Redwood Empire guy. Everybody knows that. I talk about them way too much. Ragin says, B-San, I've had the Pipe Dream Cast Strength and the Grizzly Beast Bourbon. Really enjoyed both. I've had the Pipe Dream and the Cast Strength, or the Pipe Dream Cast Strength and the Grizzly Beast side by side. I think the Pipe Dream won the blind, but I do think, like, if I choose one, it's always a Grizzly Beast. Ricky C says, where did you get the Pipe Dream 10? I think he meant Pipe Dream 101. So you can get it at Total Wine right now. A lot of West Coast, though, is where you get that. There's another YouTuber. I'm sorry if I butcher his name and I totally send you on the wrong path. But I believe it's Whiskey Bonded. He has a relationship with Redwood Empire. Lucky him. And he has his own little store that sells it. If I can find it. He just threw me off with that comment. If I can find the link, I'll put it back in my review video. So if you're really trying to hunt it, check the review I did. Check that video tomorrow, and that link should be in there. So, or Total Wine if you're on the West Coast. Mitch Lopez says, I prefer the regular Lost Monarch. It's better than the Cast Strength as well. That's kind of where I like the Cast Strength. Don't get me wrong. I just bought it. It's just, like, it's good. But I feel like for me, I like the white label better. I don't know. There's something about that bottle. I just really like the lower proof version. Lopez says, LOL. Sorry, my dyslexia took over that sentence. Bro, I have dyslexia too, apparently. So don't beat yourself up. Anyway, boys. We're about an hour and 22 in. Starting losing steam here, guys. What are we doing? Tuxedo, rally the troops. Why is that not focused? There it goes. Bum, 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 bum. Facts. That's how you say it. Anyways, I'd love to make a cocktail with these, like the Devil's Tower, the Screaming Titan, but like, I just don't want to waste them. It's not wasting, obviously. You're drinking it, but I am going to switch back to the St. Augustine's, and we're going to make another old fashioned. And that's probably where we'll end the night after that, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I was debating, and this is just like there's not many of you guys left in the chat anyway, but if I went to the distillery tomorrow for St. Augustine, is that a video you guys even want to watch? Or should I just go and drink? Or should I go on record? If I'm going to record, that's a different kind of day. So, hold on. I gotta drop the fucking thing earlier. Hold on. What is Tuck saying, bro? Tuck says, every time I hear the word rally, I think of an old phone game I absolutely dominated called Game of War. Bro, everybody on this Game of War shit. Lopez says, allegedly. Bro, facts. Anybody play Monopoly Go? A couple buddies at work keep trying to get me to download it. And they're like, bro, it's like, you gotta download Monopoly Go. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Set that there. Bring back out the St. Augustine. I like the St. Augustine stuff. It's different. But you guys, if you want like a good laugh, go check out the first video I did on it. People lost their fucking mind on me. They were like, "How dare you say St. Augustine's a good bourbon?" And I'm like, I like it. It's not a real cork though. Synthetic is fucking dog shit. Tuck says, the memories, they're flooding back to me. I'm glad it's flooding back to you, bud. We're cruising on a year of this channel too. I think the first live stream I did was on New Year's. So obviously we'll be live on New Year's. We'll do something. We'll do something fun. As soon as I'm done catching up with all the editing I have, then we're going to start pumping some shit out here. But I've said it a few times, but man, it's hard to catch up. Lopez says real corks suck. Bro, I don't like... I like the real corks. I don't know, there's just something about them. Lopez says they always break. I've never had one break. So maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a reality check. I just need a cork to break on me one time, you know? Hold on, let's see. Let's see what we're doing here. God damn it. Oh, Tux, I think you're getting a little weird with that one. All right. Anyway, St. Augustine Distillery. Nobody answered me on that, by the way. If I go to the distillery tomorrow, is that a video you want to see and want to watch? How about that? I don't care if you want to see it. Are you going to watch that video? Beach Sand says, good night, everyone. Gotta be up for a Dragon Milk Origin 5 bottle release in the morning. Hey, there you go, bud. Well, Beach Sand, appreciate you hanging out tonight. Happy to have you. Happy Thanksgiving. And as always, I will see you on the other side, bud. Lopez says, I always put my cork all the way in. Like you had a choice. Lopez did respond. He said, I would love to see it, but I'd prefer you to just enjoy your day there. I mean, technically, I'd really only be going for one of two things. Either if I just happen to just go down there and then I just go drink. But I record. When I go down there, I'm not going to bring the distillery, I'm not going to bring the big cameras. I'm going to bring the phone. But I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool to kind of go down there and just talk bourbon with people. It was a synthetic cork joke. Lopez. What's funny is I think I can pin comments in here. I'm going to pin that. So anytime anybody pops in, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Was that a micro cork? So stupid. Anyways, there's also a bar in St. Augustine. Like if I did Distillery, obviously I would go to like their bar as well. But I think it'd be cool to go to like the like my favorite bar down there. It's like nice and quiet, kind of excluded, you know. But they have really good cocktails. Tux, can you not? He says, I think we can only if we're on PC. I can only do it from my phone, so. Well. All right. I think Tux being kind of hostile. Maybe we take away everybody's fucking wrenches, and how about that? Nobody has a wrench. Nobody can pin a comment. Duck race, me versus Lopez. What's the winner get? Oh shit, my battery died. Let me change that real quick. All right, what's the winner get? Winner gets to put their cork in the loser's neck, bottles deep. Winner gets a choice of sample. Gets our choice samples from your collection. All right, I'll do that. You got to email me now, though, as soon as we're done, with an address and a name that can sign for the bottles. And let's do, hold on, let me make sure I have enough sample bottles. Oh, we got plenty. Let's do 3. Right? Yeah, that makes it even left. I'll fucking pour them on stream. I don't give a shit. All right. I'm cool with that. That way we can talk all the shit about the samples they want. All right. So we got Lopez versus Tux. Hold on. I gotta get music for this, right? I got to. A little intense music. I almost just fucking fucked up the whole thing there. Nope. Nope. All right, let me put this back up. Throw myself in there too. Make it a three-way. You had me go get the bottles out and everything. Tux, there's got to be something you want a sample of. Tux already saying he's not losing, not winning, but I can add myself in there too. I don't care. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, I get the Spider-Man dog? Ain't no fucking way I'm losing that. All right. Well, okay. I'll lay out the rules one last time. And if anybody wants to take it up on it, that's fine. If they don't, fuck off. I don't give a shit. Lopez versus Tuxedo Cat plus myself as a third party. Winner obviously gets bragging rights. They get to cram somebody's cork down their throat as well. Winner gets 3 samples from my collection if they even want it, which is right here. If they don't want it, they don't get it. Obviously, I don't really care. Lopez says, I want a special duck. Lopez, your duck is plain. I don't. All right, I don't know how to refresh this. Oh, damn it. I fucked that up good, didn't I? All right. If I don't get the Spider-Man duck, I'd be pissed. I have the plain duck. All right, I don't give a shit. Lopez gets the panda duck. Tux gets the red duck. And I get the plain duck. I'm kind of upset I don't get the Spider-Man duck anymore. Anyways, we're going to start the music. I keep fucking this thing up. We gotta go at least 45 seconds. Actually, 46 seconds. Never know what could happen in there. Lopez, you're getting a plain duck. Tux is the only one who's got the old lady duck. Hold on. Not to leave you on a cliffhanger, but hang on one second. What? Jesus. And we're back. Yes. All right, it's 69 seconds, but that's a minute and 9 seconds. I got the Christmas duck. Lopez got the red duck. Tux has like the fucking British police ducks. Let's cue the music, and I'm going to start this fucker. I'm not even going to look anymore. We're playing Christmas music because my duck. Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Hold on. No, we're going with this. I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Going. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. Bro, we're getting smoked right now. He can't keep that momentum up. Lopez taking a little second place action. I gotta let him burn that smoke out, you know? And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, 18 seconds. Hey, Christmas duck, what we doing, bro? Coming. We coming. We coming, boys. Lopez is coming too. Fuck. Lopez got the momentum. He may take it. Oh, Lopez is taking it. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows in the rain. At least I came in second. All right, silver. Tuck says I'm pulling out. Is it best 2 out of 3? Is that how it works? Lopez says, fuck yes, I came back at top to see my win. He's like scrolled off for a second. I had to get my flight simulator in. What I was meaning was his best 2 out of 3. It's because I played the wrong Christmas song. That's what happened. This isn't the right song either. If I lose, it's because of the song. My duck's falling to the back again. My duck likes to wait when he hits the nos at the end, you know? Great. Last two are just like a test run. That's all. Want to make sure it worked, you know. Clearly didn't, but I fixed it. Bro, Tuck's left. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. Bro, what? Done with the duck races. Done with them. Shit was rigged. Best 7 out of 14. But the ducks are still quacking. Bro, shut up, duck. See, that's, ladies and gentlemen, how you rig a race for Lopez to win since he doesn't like the stream platform. I feel like the person that was like the line judge on this was the same people that ref the Miami versus Green Bay game. I'm just saying. It's brutal. Brutal loss. Lopez says he's cracking up. Why? Because your duck fucking taking PDEs or what? It's because we changed ducks so much. They were like, all right, let this center one win. The old lady would have burned him. Spider-Man would have lost. Ugh. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to log off. Kid's crying again, so I'm going to go make sure he's good. But let's say in about 30 minutes, not even, let's say 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to head over to the party chat. We'll go hang out in Discord. And yeah, we can chat it up then. So Tuxedo, Lopez, appreciate you boys hanging out. Lopez says he passed these pre-race drug tests. I don't believe it. Money talks, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yeah, Lopez. I mean, I wasn't joking. I'll honor the bet. I'm a gambling kind of guy. If you pick out 3 samples, I'll send them to you. Come over to the Discord party chat in like, let's say 20 minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, other than that, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the support. We're on the road to 2,000, hopefully by the end of the month. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.